for each of you, what was your first car, and maybe what was like the first time maybe you got in trouble with it?
Ooh. My first car was a Lexus IS 250 from 2007.
Hmm.
First time I got in trouble with it, I know it was a speeding ticket, but I don't remember because I've had too many.
First of
Ah!
many, first of many.
Yeah.
I have a similar story. My first car all to myself was a Hummer H3, which is a terrible choice in California because of the gas prices.
Yep.
Um, and a buddy and I drove up to Big Bear, and I'm big on off-roading, but I like fast off-roading. I like sliding around
Mm.
corners. I like, like taking jumps. The problem was back then I liked the driving style and I didn't know how to do it. So I ended up driving off Big Bear Mountain. And I ended up like flying off and we hit a tree and the tree stopped us. And I think the tow truck to get out there ended up being something like $2,000 just for the recovery.
Wow.
Because that's how bad I moved it. But yeah, there was also alcohol involved, and yeah, I had a bunch. I had a case in the back, and so we've all
Ooh.
brother.
I think your story wins of the day.
Of everybody's. Yeah.
I would say mine was a Laredo, and my dad was a mechanic. So anytime I got in any trouble, he always took care of it for me. So I was
That's
very
the
fortunate
thing.
in that aspect.
If
Yeah.
you have those skills, the whole world opens up. You can mess up and keep going.
Hmm.
Hmm. And for each of you, I think it kind of seems like you are hit the gas type person, but this seems like a thing for the season where you're either a hit the brake or hit the gas. In real life, where do you think you would categorize yourself?
I think it's a case by case thing because it's situational. Can I say that? Can I give a non-answer? Is that something
You
I
can say that, but I'm going to say
Right.
that's more cautious slash
That's more hit the
hit the
brakes,
brake.
right? That's
Yeah.
more hit the brakes. Yeah. There's a use for the brakes. Yeah.
Um, I don't know, man. Somebody cut my brake lines. They don't work anymore. So it's gas the whole way, dude.
Go for broke.
Yeah, man. Why not? You're only gonna be alive once, man. You might as well have fun with it.
And for each of you, what kind of training did you do before this show? I know a couple of the guys did stunt training. People were learning, just the jargon for what, car parts are. For you, for each of you, did you do anything to maybe get into that headspace?
I tried learning how to drive stick in a Volkswagen bus. Not the right car to use for that. And I almost hit a cyclist.
Oh,
Yeah.
not good.
That was my training. And then I got to the show and they let me drive the car a little bit and it was automatic. So,
All for nothing.
I was a mechanic in the pandemic at Crazy Motorsports in Van Nuys. It's a
Okay.
dump biker shop, so all the guys you see doing wheelies on the freeway and drifting and stuff. We made them. But no, I mean, I've always kind of been in this. I've been attracted to motorcycles and fast cars and off-roaders for a long time, but I was always too poor to have somebody build my stuff for me. So
Hmm.
it was either, all right, buck up, buttercup, and learn how to fix this stuff, or don't do it. And don't do it really isn't an option for me. Like I said, all gas, no brakes. But
Do you think your path with all of that helped you get this part? Was that part of like your pitch to them when you auditioned, or
what's in my audition tape, I recorded myself on the Harley that I've been building. And I was like, this is gonna make me stand out. They're gonna love this. Turns out Johnny, the show creator, was immediately disgusted by it. He was like, "Oh gosh, what is this guy doing? Oh yeah, oh hey, riding Mr. Riding Motorcycles, wow." And then when I read this stuff, he was like, "Oh, okay, that's actually a good read. Well, I guess we'll hire him." But I initially started working against me though because he didn't like that at the beginning. I would say
thought you were
absolutely.
padding your resume?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So, but it definitely helped in the end, man. Having a tool familiarity, knowing what goes where, how a car works, being able to fix stuff on the fly. That those definitely helped when we were filming.
I said this kind of does feel like a OC or like Friday Night Lights meets Fast and Furious. I'm curious, do you have like favorite chase scenes or stunt sequences from films that you like go back to all the time, or action movies that you just watch on repeat?
Yeah, Nick, do you want to go first though?
Yeah, I'm just thinking of the Batman, the 2022 one, when he's chasing the penguin down. That scene
Oh, that's
Oh
is
insane.
man,
like
Yeah.
really crazy. Like they were cooking gas on that one. I'm not gonna lie.
you know the one that's got my favorite, the movie that's got my favorite car stunts in is Grindhouse Death Proof.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
I just saw it again last week at the Vista. So
Oh,
good.
did you?
Yeah,
Be a cool
still
experience.
so good.
It's but when you look at how they did that, I mean, they're really wrecking those cars, man. And that was something that was cool with Motorheads is we did some of the same stuff. Is like when we wreck cars, it's not CGI. It was very imperative to not be like, to have practical effects on set. And I really appreciated that coming from, such a fan viewpoint of Death Proof.
And for each of you, what was it like just watching them film some of these stunt sequences? Because they do go hard on this show.
Old. Because you got great drivers for this stuff. I mean, the stunt
Yeah.
sequences we got in this show, they're so dangerous, man. And we had the best team behind us, but at the same time, you just a lot of times you're sitting there watching us and you're holding your breath because anything could go wrong at any moment. I mean, we had engines blown. We had cars that, got hit that weren't supposed to get hit. Which is just it's natural for that to happen in any kind of, high octane stunt scenario.
Yeah.
It was just so exciting. I mean, like you see this stuff happen on, TV and movies, and then you get to be a part of it behind the scenes.